Right. So it's been a while, but we're here at the 42nd episode of the Kiefcast. We're slowly but surely reaching 50 episodes. But anyway, of course, I'm not alone. I'm with my co-host Tessa and a regular of the show, Kaisuko Giru. And we're just here to just do the usual, just talk about things that excites us, like maybe some things that don't really excite us, but mostly just things that we've been up to that's like in the anime or gaming scene like the past month or so or 2 weeks or whatever however long it's happened, sort of thing. Um, so yeah, so I guess to sort of just transition this off, let me make sure things are okay. Cool. Uh, so Tessa, I guess, what has been your thoughts on like the One Piece anime viewing experience for you so far, in your personal experience, like off the cuff?
It's I'm okay.
Okay.
So I don't have much to talk about One Piece. I'm pretty boring.
Uh, it's okay. Well, you did tell me today that you finally found a favorite character that you like, right? It's okay if you don't have to say it or not. It's you know.
I say that name.
Yeah. You mentioned to me Princess Baby. You actually liked Princess, right?
Yeah.
Nice. Um, I don't know, Kai. Do you want to lead us off like One Piece, since you're sort of like between the two of us, more of the One Piece expert. Like, even though I know quite a lot about One Piece myself, trying to keep up with the current, but also sort of making me like re-experiencing the series again with Chef's husband something. But you want to lead us off with that, Kai?
Yep, I gotta say, Alabama was truly the beginning of where One Piece will reach greatness. For some fans, many would say it's Arlong Park, but Alabama is truly where they start to really break the mold or find that exact working formula that really won us over for why we find the Straw Hats quite the important chaos. Or more importantly, the true rise of Pirates Dom for our main captain Luffy.
Uh, and I guess generally like let's just say this, like how would you just compare like One Piece to like other shonen anime, like other like I guess long form anime series? Like what makes, like, generally anyone can answer this, like what makes, from your guys' personal opinion, like One Piece stand out more than, let's say, Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball, Naruto, Bleach, other like long form series that a lot more people that might compare this to?
I would say it's definitely got to be the world building that makes it stand out. The thing with Eiichiro Oda, he really puts a lot of care and craft into his universe. One island may eventually become more important in the future, or for specific arcs, they focus on an island that really lets you learn about the world that these characters live in, more how the world government shapes the world, or more how piracy can have its downsides and pluses as far as what truly benefits anyone in this world. For me, like when you compare the world building in say Dragon Ball to One Piece, what Dragon Ball where excels is mostly the fighting, or more how Goku learns how to become strong and train every time, finding the next strongest obstacle to face. You could say it's similar in a sense for Luffy taking on stronger pirates, but in the end, it's mostly about gaining his reputation to become a world famous pirate as he looks up to his idol Shanks, who happens to be one of four Yonko. or like the four top pirates of the whole sea, pretty much.
Yeah. And for those viewers who are coming in, welcome. Oh yeah, I guess that's our first ad break. That's happening right now. Any speaking of once you say Tessa, are you seeing that Luffy ad that you've been pop seeing all the time?
No, ads are blocked. I'm gonna fucking download an ad blocker.
Uh,
Chili for YouTube. I'm getting fucking tired of the Crunchyroll ads.
Speaking of Crunchyroll, as you guys probably see on my YouTube, I actually, oh hey, as of like a few days ago, I've canceled my Crunchyroll. Like I'm kind of just done with them with the way they put a price tag for like English dubs. Like that's kind of uh, I don't know. That's kind of stupid. Oh hey, Kosaka Honka, nice of you to drop by. Yeah, we're just sort of just talking about things that we're interested in, and lately, I have some friends that, well, I have my friend Tessa here that One Piece ad was funny, and yeah, it was. Well, you guys basically got like a preview of like Luffy's like current like powerful form, so uh, I guess. Um, like
Oh yeah,
I guess on
Mark has Twitch on his phone now.
I guess on average, like, how many times did you see that particular ad, Tessa?
I would probably see it if there was 10 ads on a video.
Thanks for the sub.
I would see it 6 times.
Thank you for the subs, Kai. That's awesome.
No problem.
Yeah, anytime anyone subscribes, you're gonna see like an all attack animation. So I'm looking forward to Persona 3 Reload. Not looking forward to paying $70. Yeah. And since I ordered mine on Amazon, I'm likely gonna have to pay closer to like 80 plus. So I'm not looking forward to that either. But what are you gonna do?
I'm not getting reloaded. I want to get Tactica.
It's okay. I can gift you. I can gift you reload if anything. But
And then Persona 3.
yeah. Uh, let's see. Well, in terms of like games, like what did you guys think of like the general like directs that's happening? So, isn't it astonishing that um the Nintendo and Sony directs were happening on the same day? Like, what did you guys make of that?
I'm not going to say my exact. This is public.
Uh-huh.
I love Nintendo's more than Sony. Let's just say that.
That's fair. I mean, I like Sony, but lately I have been a fan of like their recent like practices, like they want to upcharge people like gosh, like $80 a month for their shitty like game services, game libraries.
Well, at least Nintendo didn't put me to sleep. I'll just say that.
They've been at the top of the world to the point where they don't even bother trying anymore. It's kind of a shame since they did show promise in their older days.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's a shame. Sony was like the GOAT for a long time. And now it's Nintendo. Somewhat.
Yeah, like it was like okay, well, I'm gonna take a quick bathroom break, but yeah, I got some things to say.
Bathroom break this early.
A man's gotta do what a man's gotta do.
I just got out of the bathroom.
Well, this is a good boy stream, so we gotta keep it clean.
Yeah.
For a long time, I gotta say, Nintendo doing their own thing kind of been their weakness. Because we all know what happened with the Wii U, but now it's actually a strength because they made themselves stand out with the hybrid console approach with the Switch. Now it's been doing them very well, to the point where there's already rumors that they may keep that same approach for the next platform.
Yeah. I don't
Mm-hmm.
even use PlayStation
Yeah.
Plus.
Well,
I mean, PlayStation Plus is expensive to begin with now. Like, I reverted back to the basic plan because it's like, who wants to pay, like, say $20 a month for their very like mediocre classic games that they're putting on their service?
Not many. Well, they do got bigger selection as far as their games compared to, say, Nintendo Switch Online. It's far from perfect. Like, unless you have a really good internet, the streaming is just bad. You experience all forms of lag. And for PS3 to be exclusive to that, they will be borderline unplayable.
Yeah. Let's see. So, like Tessa, in terms of, like, the Persona rumors that you've been hearing about, like as of recent elects, like which one to you sort of just stands out? I think for me, it's like the colors and stuff. I don't want to hear what you think first, and then we'll ask Kai that too.
um, it's it because there's 4 rumors going on.
Yeah, just go ahead and pick whichever one.
Well, it's gotta be the fan dedicated one that that's making me excited. I'm sorry, but Persona 6, I don't expect that coming out until at least a few years, so the
Yeah,
fan dedicated one is nice. Sounds nice.
yeah,
The Persona Party and the Persona Fighters all sound very interesting because I'm surprised they haven't branched out to more spin-offs than just the usual dancing games or Q. Like, this could be pretty huge if done right.
oh yeah, for sure. Oh yeah, dang, I got six people up in here. Welcome everybody. Uh,
Welcome, welcome, welcome.
6 people. Oh no.
yeah, all eyes on me. Just like how Luffy takes a stare into the world government, and then his bounty keeps increasing each time he messes with somebody. Yeah, just kidding. They watch too much One Piece, but yeah. Uh, today I watched video and also just saw some of like the rumors, like the different coloring and stuff to consider. Like the person that was talking about this had a point because, as we all know, Persona is based on Jung's psychology, so it's obviously going to stick to that theme of like the study of psychology in that sense. And Posaka says, "I'm waiting for Atlas to say something about Persona 6. I have no idea what they could do." Yeah, or we can just make speculations all we want, but I feel like the best way is just for like a teaser to come out for it to just justify it.
Only thing I can think about is COVID. No, sorry. I did say the forbidden word, but yeah, that's the only thing I could deep dive into it.
Yeah, like they're probably gonna think of like a virus sort of thing that affects the world and like in a way that COVID did to us. And it's like they they might pick like a part of Japan that's even more like rural or suburban, like something like this person said this uploader that said like um that it could be like Inaba from P4, but like a much smaller town or something like that. And, that's why certain people say, well, the rumors could be like, oh, it could be green, it could be black or white, it could be like, yin and yang, very interesting, you know, things being said here. Okay, so I'm reading what Honoka says. Trying to be very careful about what I say because I don't want to get people's hopes up, then turn out to be wrong. I mean, it's just a theory, game theory, huh? But it's not like we have certain information about this. It's like we're speculating just to see what Atlas has cooking up, basically. Well,
Speaking of rumors, there's another one I feel that should be addressed that's been mentioned by the same leaker. Like the next, while we haven't gotten anything big for the Shin Megami Tensei anniversary other than a concert and exclusive merchandise, they're already supposedly working on a new project that involves SMT5. And to be honest, it could go either way. They could make a sequel with a whole new story, or just go Persona 5 Royal approach and just rewrite the whole thing with expanded gameplay and new features.
yeah, I was thinking that as well.
Who knows? It's just don't get in trouble. Just be careful on what you post on the internet, basically. But theories are theories, though, too. I watch game theory, so I can't judge.
Yeah, I agree. Like, at the end of the day, it's just speculation. Only Atlas or whoever's working on the project knows exactly what's probably going to be happening. So the last people that are going to find it are like the consumers or even like the leakers that somehow get first-hand or second-hand information on that stuff. Okay, got. What I would want from Persona 6 is a female main lead because we've had not a female main character in a while. Or maybe it could be like what Fire Emblem or Pokemon has been doing for a while, is just give players the option of picking their gender. And, you know, maybe explore customization to, like, the protagonist, for example.
I have a theory, but I'm not going to say it out loud because I know it might not be true. But just by a pattern, if we do take 2 and 1, for example, 3 did have a female protagonist in Portal. So they might make like Persona 6 portable because of the stupid thing that they're releasing.
Yeah.
The whatever else.
I mean, if they're hoping to, like, say, raise the scope of, you know, Mark, raise the scope of, like, the, from P5, like, surpass it, I would say they're going to have to put much more content than what P5 Royal had. And then see how they can make it worth our while to get the sequel, of course.
To be honest, that's the best move they can really do. Use Royal as a basis, build up off. Use that to build a whole new world and just make it stand out on its own. At least that same level of quality and care.
Oh yeah.
And but then you're gonna have the people who are saying, "Oh, this is a Persona 5 ripoff." Yeah, we see Persona. I've seen a comments with Reloaded.
Yep.
I mean, 5 at this point is the most iconic Persona game ever, so they're going to have no choice but to take what they can from this newfound popularity and capitalize on it while giving it its own identity.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. And
It's the name anymore. Or like its own branding.
oh yeah, for sure.
Yep, it's past the days of being a niche, forgotten RPG franchise that used to be in the shadow of the Mother series until more recently.
Mhm. Well, I guess putting Persona aside, like, what are some other like things that you guys are looking forward to, apart from obviously that, if anything that's worth mentioning?
There's a big game I'm looking forward to, and it's one of my favorite games of all time.
Mhm.
Yeah, so that's next year, and it's Paper Mario. The
Yeah. Uh a lot more content than original Persona 5 Persona Row. At the same time, too much content could be too much. I'm not sure. Is what Honoka has said. Um, yeah, obviously, maybe putting too much can maybe be overkill, but if they're really hoping to, one up Persona 5 Royal by extension Persona 5, they're gonna have to find that right balance, have like a plan on what the story's about, and obviously they're just gonna have to basically run on a jargon, Jungian psychology, whatever it is, and run with it, and then pick like the tarot cards that run with that theme, perhaps, and then making sure it all just matches for what the type of story that they're trying to tell, and then making sure that we connect to the characters, whoever that they would end up being, in when Persona 6 comes out.
And as far as new personas, they could easily take inspiration from other Mega 10 titles, most notably SMT5. Because to be honest, some would be a good fit in a future persona.
I mean, from SMT5, I would like to see, say, some demons from that show up in 6, like, say, Amanozaku could be like DLC, for example, or Tau for that matter.
But definitely, it'll probably come full circle after all the memes about Tokyo Mirage Sessions being Persona X Fire Emblem.
Yeah, true. Um, trying to think. Uh,
What will be the new mascot character? We already had a bear with Teddy and 4, and a cat with Morgana and 5. For 6.
For
Uh,
6?
Yes.
I would say Bird, but then Persona 5X kind of blows that out the water.
yeah, I'd say they should probably do okay. It's like this. We can potentially argue that Sophie is kind of like the kind of like the mascot for strikers. I would say they would have to probably take like a if they're gonna go with like the AI route, like have like a character that's like AI, like take the best world of like Aegis and Sophie and sort of maybe integrate them as a character. That's just me. Could be like that. Could But if we're gonna go like traditional animal mascot, I'm a big fan of dogs personally. So any like dog character would be enough for me. Like
Yeah,
Koromaru.
they already did a dog.
Yeah, I know they already did a dog, but perhaps like a dog that can actually talk or whatever. A buddy.
Um,
Yeah, yeah, buddy could actually work too. Or a squirrel or like a chipmunk or something. That's yeah,
well, I was thinking like a pet snake,
yeah.
a reptile to be precise.
Maybe like a lizard or like a
Because
crocodile. I'm kidding.
that, no, we're not doing Mono Dragon. Those are too dangerous to even own as pets. I think they're illegal to own as pets.
How about Tsuchinoko? Or that's already a demon.
Or they could probably like really fool us. Atlas could do a very zany thing, and they'll probably give Persona 6 mascot as like a variation of Jack Frost, but then make that Jack Frost officially sort of just integrated specifically for Persona 6. You never know.
That'd be funny if it was a human, though.
Yeah. Or
Yeah, but
if not a dog, then maybe like a canine, like maybe like a wolf or like a uh you know something around those lines. I guess I don't know. It's hard to
probably the
say.
Japanese wolves, since those have been extinct, and it probably would be twice as special, fitting with that person.
Like like a kitsune or a fox even, like a miniature fox.
Yeah, foxes are very savory too. Like it could really work if you think
Now,
about it.
in terms of like the Velvet Room, like okay, let's just say forget. Okay, let's just make this like a fun discussion. So, if you guys were like say the chosen one, like the wild card user or whatever it is, what would you guys what would like your what would you envision like your Velvet Room look like if you were like being introduced by Igor or fake Igor or uh any of the Velvet Room attendants or future Velvet Room attendants, like what will be like your Velvet Room basically? Anyone can go.
Oh. I don't know. That's really hard.
But I hope it doesn't.
Well, it would be the green room. Like it would feel like you're stepping foot into a whole new zone, whether it be all digital or whatnot. Of course, you will have your seats, and of course, you will have your attendance as well, assuming Igor would stick around or somebody new altogether.
Yeah, I'd say thinking long and hard. Uh, Something akin to like I don't know, resting or like uh um I don't know why this comes to mind. Like maybe like a hospital bed could be like a velvet room or something. I don't know.
Oh, for Persona 6?
Probably.
Yeah, that
But
would be
in terms of
awesome if
ter-
they do the thing with COVID.
in terms of like let's say like in terms of like a palace, if I have well, for example, if I were to have a palace, it definitely be I can envision me having like an arcade. So it'd be like size palace, but it's like it's instead of like a casino, it'd be like an arcade sort of thing. That'd be like that. Oh yeah, let's just have this. Let's just turn that flip. Like if you guys had palaces, what would you want to have like as a palace?
Um, well, honestly, Persona 5 though, or would be kind of mine. But I have no idea what talents is, to be honest, given taking what I know about them. I wouldn't want one in the first place.
Yeah, like it's like the akin like say if for example if you were like a gym leader for Pokemon and you were to tailor made that gym of yours or whatever like and you have the ability to choose like what you want it to be like what would you want that to be?
Honestly, it would probably be a jail.
Ah,
Mine would be more of a greenhouse. Think lush environments and harsh sun. Or maybe the occasional hostile demons are all animal themed.
yeah, I like Mark's answer. Also, a greenhouse for him as well, and a scary house palace. Which yeah, that'd be great. That'd be dope. Like Luigi's Mansion sort of thing. I bet. uh, Trying to think. Okay, so this is like going towards like just special powers in general, whether that be Persona, Devil Fruits, whatever. Like, if you were to like have an ability either for the rest of your life for like say maybe 2 3 years or something, however long you feel like you deserve it, like what would be like your special ability superpower of choice, if of anything?
It's I that I never thought of.
Oh yeah, by the way, YK says that he's not going to do it today because he's got classes. But I'm going to give him the link to the pockets in case he wants to pop in the chat.
There's always next time, and he can have his own custom icon whenever he speaks for the next possible Kiefcast.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And as for my power, I would definitely love to have the ability of molecular manipulation, just being able to manipulate my molecule structure or maybe manipulate the molecules of others. Like, when done right, it could be a very dangerous ability.
Yeah. Uh, for One Piece, I specifically said like generally like an Earth-based ability, but if we're really going like literally anything, I'd say my power will be more like Hay from Dark and Black. Like sort, I like how it's like I like being stealthy if I were to be a character, so it's like if I could just have like a little bit of like it would be less like of a flashy like electricity like what Inaru has in One Piece, but more like oh I can shock this person from like a certain radius, and it'd be very discreet and just sort of sneak my way around, sort of thing. Like that. Ooh, plant manipulation. I like that.
As far as the devil fruit, I would have the Game Game no Mi, also known as the frog fruit, model horned frog. Like, not only you would have the slimy skin, the webbed feet, and the physique of that famous frog, but also you would have a big enough mouth that allows you to swallow almost anything. Kind of like the Munch fruit, in addition to the long tongue and the teeth.
Nice. I'd probably also probably might not have a double fruit power. Maybe just stick to having like observation or ominous hockey, kind of like what Sanji and Zoro are. But if I were to have a double fruit power, it'd be like Earth based because that's not what's taken. But if I were to just really have it, anything goes. It'd be something less flashy, more stealthy. That'd be my preference.
Sometimes self is preferable over power. That way you really know your way around and never get caught by the world government.
Like what Captain Cool is, except minus the whole I wanna basically take over a rich girl's house and then just kill everybody else in my way. It'll be minus that.
That way you can be a living legend and almost no one can catch you unless they somehow figure out your identity.
Oh, actually, yeah, I'd be like maybe One Piece equivalent of even though probably Luffy has that. Like I'd be like One Piece equivalent of Lupin the Third or like Arsene Lupin.
Think of all those sick heists that you can pull.
Yeah, because devil fruits are cool, but I don't like the weakness that they have. It's like sometimes you have to be able to swim, but if I had to have enough devil fruit ability, it'd be something not like probably something that will be less noticeable. For example, uh,
Yeah, I can't swim, so it's not going to really. I hate the water, so it really isn't going to hurt me if I eat one of them.
yeah. But apart from that, I also like fire as one of my favorite face down besides earth. So I would also like to have the heat fruit or hitami no mi or whatever it's called. Because Ace and Sub will go hard on that.
Nothing wrong with flying fire with fire. Ah, so you want to have a sea creature based devil fruit. So that would be one loophole around the second weakness.
Yeah, from if I'm understanding Mark, he'd probably be like something like Aquaman or something. Personally, also I also would want to see a character that's sort of kind of mixed, be the exception rule. Like I've been hearing sort of theories about like the Mizo no Mi or like the water fruit, which is to the One Piece world is kind of an oxymoron in some cases.
If such thing were to exist to balance it out, well, you can't control the water, you would have to use the water to stay afloat. Because getting too deep in that water, you would definitely sink just like any other Devil Fruit user. Or it could be a rare exception where the sea is not even your enemy.
Yeah. Oh dang, Trash Taste is also streaming at the same time as I'll be or that's pretty funny. Uh um I don't know. I guess since we're sort of not really heading towards the end of the year, but like out of 2023 so far, what like I guess you pick up like make it like a general discussion. Like what has been like your guys' favorite game so far? Like whatever you can think of out of this year.
This year?
Yeah. I guess to make this even easier, the year of release doesn't matter. It's like generally whatever game you start playing this year. It doesn't have to be like a new game.
I've been getting it.
But I have yet to beat that either. For now, I guess I'll sell on Pokemon because we've been spending a lot of good memories with Scarlet and Violet, doing trades and dual raids. It's a fun experience, despite, with the initial bugs and flaws have been ironed out slowly over the year, which is a good thing.
Mm-hmm. Uh, I would personally say Fire Emblem Engage, but I haven't beaten it. But as far as I really don't know. But it's not necessarily like a new release, but the game that I enjoy playing that's like becoming part of my daily activities has been Animal Crossing New Horizons, believe it or not, because it's like uh the loads of things you can do, the customizations that you can do, things that you can do to achieve your island to 5 stars, the way you see other people's islands, other people's houses, like that is very neat. And you can tailor make your island however you want. It's like the possibilities on that are endless. I come to realize this as well. I really, really, really like a game that gives you a lot of customization. That's what I would say.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What would you be your favorite game of this year, Tessa?
I said Scarlet and Violet. That's one that I just like playing. Besides Animal Crossing.
Yeah, I'm not gonna say Persona 5 Tactica just yet because we have yet to play that. That's yet to come out. But we'll see when November hits around and we end up playing it, and then we'll see what our opinions we can form with that will be.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Final Fantasy 14. Yeah, that's also been fun too. Shout out to Etna too, by the way, if she's ever watching this. I'll bring this up to her attention too.
Yeah, I haven't pre-ordered Tactica yet. I really need to get to that.
Yeah. Trying to think. But yeah, let's just say my anticipated game besides Tactica, besides Persona 3 Reload next year, I'm actually looking forward to the new Spider-Man game. Like that actually looks very good. Like I enjoyed Insomniac's, the first one, and then Miles Morales after that. I'm hoping the sequel.
Yeah, he won't shut up about that game.
Yeah.
He won't shut up about wanting that game.
Yeah.
Someone that like Spider-Man games, I definitely need to try this Insomniac and watch them one point. I never even played the first yet.
Oh, it's really good, dude. Like, I'll probably stream it one day. I'll tell you guys what. I'll probably on top of like portable. I might pick a random day to stream Spider-Man for you guys. So you guys
Sure, I would love to watch some.
uh, it's probably like legitimately the only game from Sony I actually give a shit about. That's actually from Sony.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Like God War Ragnarok. I'm not sure about getting it yet. I mean, I did enjoy the 2018 game, but I heard mixed opinions about how the story was.
Yeah. Uh, I guess get some discussion going. Like, what's guys like, if at all, like, what's been like your anime of the year, if anything? Um,
I've watched very little and I don't know yet. That I don't know.
maybe that's something that Mark can answer since he's been watching more. Uh,
Yeah, Mark can answer all right. He does watch a lot more. Probably more than I do in like 10 years in 1 year.
Despite my grievances with some removed scenes, I definitely say the Bleach Styles a Year Blood War arc have been a banger, absolutely.
yeah, I'm waiting for that to fully finish before I binge all that. Uh, uh,
I've seen Mark typing, so.
hang on.
I believe you enjoyed National when that came out this year.
Oh yeah, Mashell. That's actually been probably my favorite that I've seen this year because the main character is like Saitama. It's like you put him in like a Harry Potter setting, and he's like superly OP, and he's like magic. What's that? And just punches his way out of everything, which is hilarious. Uh, I guess well, we're sort of just thinking to oh, I guess we'll wait for that to get back. But I'll just ask Tessa since she's seen it too. What have you thought about like the Netflix adaptation of One Piece, like based on covering from obviously the beginning to like Arlong Park of like the live action version of One Piece?
Like I've said before, it is probably the best one so people don't waste their life watching 1,000+ anime. Um, just watch the Netflix version of it when it comes out at this point, because it's too long. The anime's too long. My ADHD brain goes off.
Unless you're willing to kill time, but I would really recommend for better results if you're able to do it, read the manga. It's 1,000 times faster.
I can't read that often.
It'd be less immersion though.
What if you can't read and you're like me?
Yeah, that's true. But what about you, Kai? What do you think of the Netflix adaptation of One Piece?
For what they handled with the budget, as much as I would have preferred if they were to adapt certain characters like, say, Hachi, it's actually very, like, it's only good faith. Like, you can tell it's no cash grab. Like, it's supposed to be a way to appease to the fans while also being an introduction to people who are not anime watchers. And it appears that things are actually going well when both fans and non-fans, despite some issues, actually enjoy it. You can say that compared to a massive flop like, say, Cowboy Bebop, or even, dare I say, a Death Note.
No.
Uh,
With season 2 greenlit, I can safely say that we will be watching. Well, I'm definitely curious about how they're going to handle Chopper, but as long as they can really work with what type of budget they can, unless Netflix will be generous with a bigger budget that allows them to really go beyond what we've seen in the first season.
yeah. I just hope this probably sets a precedent to, like, if Netflix were to pick up another anime, they would try to rethink about how they handle production and, if the creator is alive and well to do it, basically respect the source material. They'll try to deviate, and if they can work with the creator while they're alive, do it. Get as much feedback or any feedback from the creator as possible for the best result.
And that's usually when you go with these adaptations. You always got to consult with the creator, follow their guidelines. And if you want to do new ideas, make sure you don't heavily deviate from the source material too much, or have an agenda that heavily contradicts the messages. Again, citing Cowboy Bebop as a perfect, infamous example of this.
Ah,
Hmm?
oh, nothing.
I don't have anything to say about Netflix because I haven't watched Netflix. So,
I don't even have a sub. As of now, I'm kind of over subscription services. Like Disney Plus was they're lucky that I got anything from that. Crunchyroll, what they did was the last straw for me. So I after this week that I'm kind of over subscription services pretty much. I don't know about how the rest of you guys feel, but yeah, yeah.
yeah, you know how I feel, and that's what I'm gonna keep and say. I'm not gonna say on how I feel about subscription services because I thought they were stupid in the first place.
They are honestly. I'll just say this without really saying anything. People have ways to circumvent uh, basically anything that's behind paywalls. So it's like if there is a will, there's a way, and if people can exploit that, they will. There's no stopping that. Sometimes I would even say some cases the seven C's sounds pretty appealing. No pun intended. That's all I'm
Oh
gonna say
yeah.
about that. Yeah. What about you, Kai? Oh yeah, he's muted.
Sorry for that minor interruption, but we got some people asking for orders. So what's the current topic?
Uh, I guess what's your general thoughts of streaming services and sometimes their egregious choices of, like, charging their customer base?
I'd say they got cocky to the point that where because they're more user friendly, they think they can get away with pretty much whatever they can. Or because it's the same old age old tax write off excuse, they can remove the content, trying to justify that with the bigger pricing, thinking that will keep people around. Well, it's backfiring hard for Max and Disney Plus, but somehow people still stick with Netflix regardless of what they do.
Yeah. I guess to sort of just round us off, uh, I guess in general, like, what's your most anticipated medium piece that you guys are looking forward to, whether it be this year, next year? So it's just to remind our audience, like the one thing, and then I guess I'll sort of say my thing, and then I guess we can cap this off. Well, anyone can start.
Um, the Paper Mario Thousand-Year-Old Door remake. I'm really looking forward to that next year. Hopefully, I will be around for that next year. Anything could happen to us, so that's the thing.
Yeah.
But that's what I'm looking for. Speaking of that, I do need to change my profile on Discord.
Okay. What about you, Casco? What's your most anticipated piece of media? If anything, games, movies, anime, whatever.
I can safely say that despite Disney doing a poor job at marketing it, I do want to give Wish a try. It is their 100th anniversary. They really want to make this really special. It seems to be some of the complaints people have about recent movies like No Villain, going back to fairy tales, or not having subpar writing. So maybe, just maybe, this could be the one movie that can bring them back out of mediocrity after what happened with Raya the Last Dragon or Strange World.
Yeah. For games, there are a couple, like the Spider-Man game. It's one of them. I think next year. Not portable. Reload. That's another one. I don't know what else I'm looking forward to that's coming out next year. Uh, oh yeah, the Spider-Man. Like, yeah, that's another thing that's coming out. Mark to Mark. Uh,
Yes. I know the mechanic with Turtle, and I'm looking forward to that too.
yay! That turned a sutra menu. I'm just kidding. I'm joking.
This turtle is gonna kill you from every night types in the Pokemon.
Yeah.
I mean, whatever. All the types in Pokemon.
Yeah. No, turtles are cool. I always want to see like a Gamera like representation of like kaiju's. Like everybody's all like, oh Godzilla. Gamera is pretty underrated. Would you agree, Kai?
Oh, definitely. We haven't had a new original Gamera movie in years, while Godzilla is lucky to still be considered iconic enough for audience.
I'm also looking forward to Tactica. That's basically it. So Pokemon, Persona 5, and Paper Mario. That's what I'm looking forward to.
Yeah. I honestly don't know what else. Just the thing I have in mind. I don't think anything Marvel exciting is coming out like next year. That's like, oh, I want to just go see it or whatever. Uh, or Star Wars for that matter. But as far as like, oh yeah, I just remember this. Next year, I think Shield Hero Season 3 is coming out. So that's at least probably another thing that's not game related that I'm looking forward to next year. Uh, But yeah, I think that'll wrap up this discussion of the Kiefcast. We more or less talked about what we wanted to. Well, it's got people's thoughts on like long running series. A lot of it's been said, and I got like a lot of interactions here in this Kiefcast, so everything works out. So, anyways, does everyone here want to say goodbye before we close off this broadcast?
Bye.
All right,
Bye.
bye bye, and be gone, dirty freaking demons. All right, take care, everybody.